Good morning, Dave Snyder here. It is the 12th day of February 2014. Okay, so yesterday I was here on Wonder Maps, and here in Australia, they got this circular motion, this circular pattern, storm pattern here, weather pattern, whatever you'd like to call it. And they always have these curves. You notice that? I mean, these curves are always usually around the same size. You see this big circular pattern that kind of goes like this right here. Looks like a direct impact to me. Right here, see this area here. I mean, that right there totally looks like the pattern that you see all over the Earth. This is the size of the circular patterns you see on the Earth. If I was able to measure that, here's the scale here, the legend or whatever you want to call it. You know, there's probably, I don't know, almost 3,000 miles across there, pretty close. And that's the size of the circular patterns you'll see all over the planet. Let's just go to Google Earth here, and let me just show you. First, let me just show you what I put with that weather pattern here. Okay, so I brought that weather pattern up yesterday, and it is right. Did I bring it up here? Let's see. Anyways, I brought it up to where that circular pattern of the weather was, and every time I see that, I think Schrodinger, and this is a reversed image of the Schrodinger crater and the rest of the moon around the south pole of the moon, right? And it's super large. I know it's super large. It's just the way it is. Okay, so here's how this fits when I put this here. I'll turn the borders down for a minute here. The border's going to kind of confirm it, though. Okay, so here's that pattern over Australia right here. And we can see that it has the circular pattern there in the Google weather, which really sucks. But you can see it fit in there, kind of. Right? I mean, you see this... I'm not saying it hit. This is the impact, but I'm just saying this fits her pretty good. And I had the other picture up there yesterday. I thought. Let me see if I got it or not. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there it is. Let me turn this weather off. So there's the pattern I aligned it to. Let's just bring it to the top here. Okay, I may have moved it around a little bit, but there it is. It's pretty close. And you can see if I back it off. Oh, this area. Look at this. Look at this, people. Just check this out. You see this area right here of the lunar south pole? And you see these like these four bumps there, and there's like four bumps that go across here, right here. And now look at this weather pattern in the clouds right here. You see this spot right here? That's the same thing. I know it's cut off right here. This line got cut off. That's something that they don't show you. But this is the same thing. That's the same thing you're seeing right there. It's not a coincidence. You see the four bumps. You see boom, 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 and then you see four come across here, and you see this. You can start to see the round shape of it, but then they cut you off. That's that right there. See that? See how it comes right around like this? You see part of it, and then they cut the rest off. That I guarantee you, that's that. I know it is. I know it is. It doesn't just fall into place like that when you get everything else lined up, and then that stuff just falls into place. And you can see, when you look at this area, the ocean floor cracked and everything. You see a lot of, and it probably looks a little bit worse than that. But then you also see, when I have this picture of the, let me turn that back down here. When I have this picture of the Schrodinger crater, the lunar south pole up here, you see the corner of Australia right here? You see this corner? Watch, it just happens to fall into place like that. See that? It gets cut off right there? Look at how that fits, people. That's a perfect fit. That edge just turned out that way. I was lining this up to the weather, not the Earth, just the weather. Then I pull the weather away, and you see how that fits. Now check this part out. You come up here, and we have this big circular pattern here, like I'm trying to point out to you, these big circular patterns on the Earth, right? See that big circular pattern? That's a perfect circle over Indonesia and all that right there. China. Okay, China's definitely involved. Okay, so here you go. You see this pattern right here? Look at this big circular shape right here. I'm not saying that's a direct hit, but that's like you can see it. And then I turn the borders on, and you can really see it. See it, how it curves around all this area here? You can really see it when you do that. I mean, it had to hit there. I mean, it's showing that. Like I said, anytime you see the circular pattern right there, or anywhere that's that size in the weather, where'd it go? like about this size in the weather, that's usually Schrodinger's print, making that circle. I mean, you got the Earth is spinning like this, right? It's going like this, around, around, and around, and around. And then you got these circular imprints on the Earth, deep imprints, I guess. I don't know, or maybe they're not deep. Maybe they're mountains, or like they're crushed mountains or something. I don't know, but they're circular like this, and they start when the Earth's spinning like this or something. It gets those any kind of weather that's going on in that area. It gets it rotating this way. Somehow it does, because this is the crater that starts the hurricane. It shapes the hurricanes. I'm telling you, any hurricane, any typhoon, any cyclone will fit right into this pattern. And every time you see one start in the ocean, you can take this crater and put it right over the top in reverse, and it'll fit that pattern every time. And then everything around it will fit. It just does. It just happens. I mean, like I showed you that. Look at that. It just lines right up. This lines right up. It's right in place. It's not a coincidence. I'm telling you, the Earth is a very complicated puzzle, and you can think this is crazy. I see that right there, but I see this stuff every day. Every day. I mean, I can't possibly show you everything that I find. See, this weather was moved up. I mean, this isn't exactly where the weather aligned to. I guess I did align it a little bit to the. I kind of straightened this out, got that right in place, and then so it's not right over Australia, but it goes here. It definitely goes here. You can start to see this. Look at this right here. You start to see that area there. Give you a little edge of that. But they're definitely hiding some weather there. It looks like to me, with that straight line. You see. But that's what you look for. These little things like that. I mean, first you get the big center lined up. You line up Schrodinger with this, and then you start to look around it, and you'll see, like I said, you'll see the big circle up there. That goes. Look at this, big circle right here. This is a big circular area, and it just fits beautifully around Indonesia. All that. Oh wait a minute. I this one up first. No, not that one. Look how it fits right around that area. Just kind of, it's right there. Oh, got a text. Hold on a second. Come on. What's it doing here? Is it rolling? No. Maybe it is. Okay, so anyways, no, it's not, is it? What's going on here? I guess it is rolling. It looks like it's recording me. Okay, so anyways, that's that's the stuff I see. I mean, they don't give you a super clear picture, but I'm telling you, let me just shut all this off, and I'll show you something else that I was working on. This is a really good one too. This is an undeniable one too. If I can find it, put it all together properly for you without getting lost here. Africa. Okay, I moved this a little bit just a second ago. Put it back. Where it goes. Lake Victoria. Okay, there you go. Pretty good right there. So this is a better picture of Africa, I do believe, than they put on Google Earth. And it's sure you can't zoom in and see it like you do on Google Earth, but you know, let me just shrink this down just a little bit. Right on there. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I got this here. I don't know if I don't think I showed this in a video yet, but you see this area? This round area right there. Okay, that I've always thought that was Schrodinger's print because it's the right size, and I've seen the circular shape many times. I mean, I put Schrodinger here a bunch of times before. And I never really, I don't really stick to the subject very often. I move around a lot because it just, just the way I am, I guess. I don't focus on things too well. But anyways, put Schrodinger right here. I think I did that. I think it's right. Here's a weather pattern that goes with it, kind of, that I was working with at the same time, but I think Schrodinger's right here, actually. Okay, so here's Schrodinger. Reverse, this is a reversed image. See, it's backwards. See, the writing is backwards. Okay, so that's a reversed image of the lunar south pole. a second. Okay, so you line that up with the circular pattern right there. See that right there in Africa? Wow, it's right there. It actually points out the edge. You can see the edge right here as you go around this crater. Look. Yeah, actually moving it didn't help too much, but then you come over here to Lake Victoria. Right here. Lake Victoria is an ancient volcano, people. That's a 200-mile lake, 200 miles across, and that used to be a volcano. But look at that fit. You see that? Look at that perfect fit right around Lake Victoria, right there. Probably what created the volcano to begin with, or it was already a volcano and created this area of the moon, shaped it, whatever. But I mean, that is pretty freaking obvious right there to me. You get that? I mean, here, I'll take the other picture away. You can look at it over the Google Earth picture. You know, pretty much shows the same thing. Shows the same thing. And if you're from Africa, you know these areas. There's something here, that shape, something circular in this area that creates that, or a mountain or something that created that big crater. Something. Here's Zimbabwe right here. You can see kind of the outline of Zimbabwe or whatever that is right there. See that? And we know there's like the biggest gold mine in the world right here that we know of is right in that area. And you can see where those two craters go side by side. They'll fit in there. See this circular shape here? See that? See that? And there's another one here. And they're joined together. That's not going to be a perfect overlay. I'm just saying. You can see that there's something there. Okay? There's definitely something there. And you got Lake Victoria. Exact same shape. Exact same shape. That's not a coincidence either. Not a coincidence. This is why they built Stonehenge. They were trying to tell you something. This mark is all over the earth, people. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Look, I'm going to move it down a little bit. Now, this is the confusing part. You see that fit right there. This is probably how the moon hit this area, but then it moves. It's like it stays connected to the earth and then moves. I'm going to move this down a little bit here. And I'm going to show you another alignment of this crater right off to the side, where it aligns as well. Let me just get this. It just takes a second. So this is how I know it had to slide, because it's in the same position. Pretty much, I just have to lower it down a little bit, and just there it is again. Wow, there it is again. See this up here? See this all in here? This is the same shape too. See the shape in the center? It kind of comes up to a point. See that? Look at this. Look at this where it opens up right here. See this shape where it opens up? Look at this right here. Right here. This is the same thing right there where it opens up. And then you see this over here where this curve is. This lines up, and this is where I put the Greenland that one time. Just look at that fit. It's not coincidence that it just happens to fit up there and right here. And then I forgot to even turn the weather. There's usually not much weather here, but I'll just go ahead and turn it, see if there's anything. It's already on, so. It's not showing a whole lot, but anyways, you get my point. I mean, it just lowers. You put Greenland here now. You put Greenland here, and Greenland will fit right up against Africa. And so on and so on. I mean, I've showed. Look at that fit right there in Africa, people. Look at that. That's why you see Schrodinger's print all the time in the weather right here. Look. Watch. You'll see a circular shape in the weather right there. It moves around. It's here, and it goes up there where I showed it to you the first time. Come on, weather. Come on. Probably not done yet. There it is. Okay, there's the circular pattern right over Lake Victoria somewhere right there. Or Lake Victoria's right here somewhere. But you see the circular pattern. It's not super circular today, but it'll change. It'll get there. It becomes circular all the time. You get that same thing here, same print here, and look at there's a trail coming from this area right over here. This weather pattern goes right over here where I just showed it to you. Showed the first one right here. Goes like this. Boom. Stops right here or something. Slides down here, or it comes this way and slides up this way and then over that way. One of the two. Or It hits while they're connected, South America and Africa. But there's definitely, it leaves a trail. And these places will fit, every one of these places will fit the Schrodinger crater. Because it hits, I mean, you can fit it up here. So it's either hit the Earth, stuck to the Earth, and moves around, and I don't know how Schrodinger keeps its shape but when it's sliding around, leaving its print, but that's something that needs to be figured out. Definitely does, because it's definitely there. If you look, I mean, I'm telling you, it's definitely there. I don't do this every day for nothing. You know, I'm not trying to find things to make videos about. I mean, I'm just trying to point this out. This how clear this is. And then you see this. Look, see this shape of this area here. Look at the ocean floor. Probably happened right here. You see the crack around the edge. You see this. This used to be volcanic, and it's the same shape. You see the same shape? Goes like this at this angle here. Comes down like this. There's the same shape right here, right there. If I just move it down a little bit, you know what I mean? So it would mean that Africa's moved a little bit upwards. You know what I mean? Not the print on the ocean. Well, that gets confusing. It's hard to figure it out. But I would assume that it would be Africa that had to move or something at the a little bit upwards. You know the continents are moving, but that goes together. It absolutely goes together. Absolutely. Oh, did I show you? Did we look at that with the borders on? I should show you. Put that back up here where it was. Show you. Looks like with the borders on, I guess. Back right in the center where it was. Turn that back over Lake Victoria. It's like right there somewhere. Anyway, somewhere right in there. Bring that other picture back up of the Africa. Then we'll turn the borders on and see what they look like over this spot. So you can see what part of the moon hits your area, I guess, if you live in Africa. Look at that. And you'll see, I mean, I don't know the meanings of a lot of these names, you know, but I'm sure that some of these names will relate to the moons. The names of these countries will somehow relate to something to do with the moon in translation or something. You know what I mean? Because that happens all the time too. That the way that things get translated and the names that they use. Because look, they got a flag on their moon, a moon on their flag over here in this area. A moon and a star, right? I believe it's the moon and the morning star, which would be Venus, is what they have on their flag. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But I know why they have it on their flag. Because that same crater, Schrodinger, that I just showed you, hits right here too, people. Right here. Hits here too. Shows itself hitting right here. Perfectly. Where it all begins. Right? The Fertile Crescent, right here, or whatever. It's right there. It hits there too. The weather shows it there. And then you got the weather showing it over here, all over here. Schrodinger is the most important crater. It does absolutely leave its print. That's why I think it's like some people call it the mark of the beast, you know, because it's left its print in so many places, and it must be the mark of the beast. I mean, its mark is everywhere, all over the earth, all over the place. Go back to Wonder Maps here and see what else. Well, I mean, look right here. Start to see the circular pattern there. Start to see it here. This is all. There's also Copernicus. You've got all the other sides of the moon hitting too. But Schrodinger's print leaves a distinct print that you cannot miss, cannot deny. Come on, straighten yourself out here. That's not the right weather. Anyways, you get the idea. I've explained it 1,000 times. I mean, it's. I'm not very good at explaining, but there it is again, and there, we've seen it over here. There it is there. Seen it up here off the coast of British Columbia. There it is there. Then look at this. Slides over. Apparently, here, I keep trying to zoom in with my mouse wheel. There it is. Apparently, it leaves some kind of trail coming this way. You see it coming this way. And you know what? Right in the middle of the, right by the Guam, right by Guam, it stops again, and you can almost see it right here. If we go to Google Earth, and I go, look at right there. Guam is right in here, right? You see the trail come down and stop right there at Guam. Watch. Come back. Come on. I don't know why it's so slow today, but it's definitely lagging. I hope I'm recording. Anyways, you've seen it the first time. You've seen the trail come right to Guam and stop. So apparently I'm having technical difficulties here, so I'm just going to end it here if it's even recording. So check that out. I mean, look at the trail it goes all the way around the world. There it goes. Almost. Not there yet. Wow, look at all this down here. It's still not done yet, though. It's still trying to get itself squared away here. You see these weather patterns are just really not random. I don't think it's done yet. There it goes. Getting there. Okay, so you see this trail comes across, and I don't think it's done yet. I think this will go all the way over to work. That's about right, actually. Pretty close. Right here. That's pretty close. I don't think it's done yet either. I think it's still trying to move. Anyways, you get my point. You've seen it the first time. It stops right there, North Pacific Ocean, right in the center, basically, if you go basically right at the center. It's showing it over Hawaii. Probably does stop there. Look at that. You see that coming out yet. Oh, look at this today. Oh, yeah, there it is again, too. It's right here, too, in the center. That's the first time I've seen it in the Caribbean for a while. Or in Central America, whatever you want to call it. It's the first time I've seen it here in a while. There it is, coming this way. It just totally changed on me, didn't it? That's what I'm saying. It leaves this print there. These are all prints from that. It could have hit the Earth and went back out and then came back again, or it's hitting the Earth and then sliding around. That's what I think it's doing. It's definitely not shaping the weather from space, people, because the prints are they're on the Earth. You can see them imprinted on, unless it's changing the weather, and the weather's changing the shape of the Earth to those patterns. That's kind of hard to imagine. But here you go. That's Copernicus right there. Right there. That shape. I can show you the old videos that. Show you some old videos where that is right there. Recognize that. Oh, I recognize it again too from somewhere else. I'd like to come back. Where'd it go? I just realized something. Come on. You're fucking with me here. Look at, we got weather from Australia over the United States now. Anyways, I'm going to try to get this squared away. I'm going to find that picture. This one right here. I got an idea where that goes. I'm going to try and save it right now. Real quick. Come on, just work with me. That's a familiar shape. The Antarctica rock structure. Maybe I can save it right now. Let's see. That's all I need is that picture right there. Ooh, got it. Okay, so that Earth. I'm going to overlay a picture of the Antarctic rock structure right here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Just as a just one to put it. No big deal. Okay, my picture goes right here. This one. Open that up. See that pic? See that shape right there? I'm not sure if that's going to be it, but I'm just going to give it a shot and see what happens. It kind of looks like that shape right there. See that? This one. Let's try it. Looks like it, kind of, don't it? Oh, wow. It does have some similarities to it, though, don't it? It definitely does. Okay, so, anyways, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to drag this on too long. Have a good day.